Watch your back.
Victory or death!
I think I like the Acolyte, but I think I want early removal instead of these two cards. Fiery War Axe, Bash, Disciple of Cthulhu, Ravaging Ghoul. I guess I count those as removal. Nice, I got a bunch of cards that I wanted. I have a lot of cards that I might want to play for 3 mana next turn, so I'm just going to go ahead and develop the War Axe. Well, my 2 removal options can't even target anything, so I guess I just play Acolyte of Pain here. I don't have a particularly good play here. I guess I can just throw out the Armor Smith. It's not very good in this matchup. It's more of an anti-aggro card in this deck because I don't have like a bunch of whirlwind effects to activate it. Might want to just throw out the Armor Smith and Hero Power. I could Disciple of Cthulhu my Acolyte of Pain, but that's pretty low value out of the Disciple of Cthulhu. Puts both of my guys into dagger range. I don't think I really like that too much. I'm just gonna play Armor Smith and Armor Up. That's kind of a bummer. Well, that's both of his backstabs down. I really don't like leaving spell damage up against Rogue. If I just play the Ironforge portal here, even if I high roll, he can just kill it with Eviscerate. I think I like just clearing it with War Axe, Disciple of Cthulhu, and then Armor Up again. It's kind of important to play my Cthulhu minions, because my Cthulhu's currently at 6 attack. Ideally, I'd like it to be up by 10 by turn 7. Okay, so it is a Thief Rogue. I wasn't really clear on what archetype this was until this turn. Because, you know, Azure Drake and Backstab, those are pretty standard rogue cards. The Cthulhu's Chosen is actually a pretty nice pickup here. It means my Ancient Shield Bearer is active next turn. I think I do play it. Ironforge Portal's not bad here either. But I think activating my +10 armor guy next turn is a pretty big deal. Even though he has the dagger up, this guy might be kind of hard for him to deal with since he used both of his backstabs already. Not a bad clear. He played the Frothing before the Slam, but since my guy had Divine Shield, he actually didn't take any damage from the Slam, so he should have slammed and then Frothinged. I don't have a great clear on the Berserker. I can bash and hit it with my axe, but then I have 4 mana, which is kind of awkward. Maybe I'll just drop my 6/6 here. Not really in any danger of dying, even if that Frothing somehow gets out of control. And Rogue doesn't really have any crazy ways to buff a Frothing. He's not gonna, like, play 2 minions and a Ravaging Ghoul next turn or something like that. I'm just gonna play the Ancient Shield Bearer here, I think. I don't mind leaving up that Frothing for a turn. Next turn I can go bash Ironforge Portal. He can clear my guy on board, but he takes 6 damage and loses his minion. Sap is quite alright, just gives me more armor. Give me the armor. Ravaging Ghoul is the best draw here, because Ravaging Ghoul bash is a clear. Question is, if I spend my last 2 mana on the other Fiery War Axe, or if I just armor up. I hate to lose out on precious armor, but maybe having the 2 mana to spare next turn if I need the War Axe could be pretty helpful. I think I will equip the War Axe here. It's important to attack the frothing first so I don't take a bunch of unnecessary damage. I almost forgot to equip my axe. It's a bit of a bummer that his dagger kills my Ravaging Ghoul just straight up. But the Ravaging Ghoul's AoE effect was just too good of a clear right there. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have a way to deal with this Gadget Sand Auctioneer, I don't think. The Thief Rogue that I played was a lot more mid-rangey, but it seems like the standard Thief Rogue that most people are playing is a lot like Miracle Rogue, but with a couple thieving elements thrown in. The Ravaging Ghoul is actually really nice here, lets me kill the Auctioneer. I think I have to play the Ravaging Ghoul, can't leave the Auctioneer up. But the question is, do I go Ravaging Ghoul Ironforge Portal, Ravaging Ghoul double shield block, just one shield block and armor up? I think with my current hand I would like to draw the Ironforge Portal. It's kind of hard to find a good spot to play it, but is this even a good spot to play it? He's going to have a 2-1 on board. I guess if the 2-1 is running into my 4-drop instead of with the dagger into the Ravaging Ghoul, maybe that's an okay distraction. I'd like to draw some cards though, because my hand really sucks. I'm gonna draw with shield block, I think. I'm just gonna play second shield block here. It felt pretty important to cycle there since I only had 4 cards in my hand and 2 of them were shield blocks. My hand still, even after cycling, has very little substance. But I do have a lot of health. I have 28 more health than the opponent.
Need something unusual?
Man, I'm playing 2 mana Fiery War Axes. He gets a 0 mana Fiery War Axe? Wow, he's hitting me in the face with Fiery War Axe. Seems unlikely for that to be correct. I have so much life. I probably want to use the Bash to remove something here. Maybe this is my Ironforge Portal turn? Or maybe I just play the Ancient Shield Bearer again. The Ironforge Portal lets me use my hero power, but I guess Ancient Shield Bearer still gives me more armor and gives me a bigger minion. I guess I play the Shield Bearer here. Maybe I just take this turn to develop Justicar while I can. Justicar is pretty bad against this board though, so I don't think I like that. I'm just gonna clear some stuff and gain a bunch of armor. That's what the deck is designed for anyway. I haven't drawn either Brawl, either Execute, or either Shield Slam. Drawing into some of those would definitely be pretty nice.
Need something unusual?
With all this armor, I'm usually just trying to grind someone out. But the Thief Rogue deck just kind of doesn't run out of cards ever, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so he was using the Fiery War Axe before because he had this guy that he wanted to play. I guess that does make sense. Should I just develop Justicar here while I have the chance, or do I cycle with Slam, play the Ironforge Portal? It was kind of bad playing Justicar into a 3-3. He just gets to go into it for free, but I do get to gain 6 armor, then 4 armor every turn from here on out. I feel like it's pretty important for me to be cycling into some of my removal, but if I just like slam the 5-6 here, if I don't draw into Execute, the 2 damage from the slam just doesn't do anything. I think maybe just gaining armor is a good play. I think with this deck, gaining armor is usually a good play. Like, if you can gain armor, you should probably gain armor. Wow, he actually took the 6 face damage there. I mean, not that that's wrong. I think last turn I said something about just gaining armor. I think this turn I'm just going to gain some armor. I think I've had this Ironforge portal in my hand since turn 5, and it's just never been the best play. He can clear my dude with weapon plus 3/3, but I'm not sure that he wants to take another 6 damage. Yeah, it doesn't look like he wants to. Oh. Wow. That's ambitious. I think it was incorrect of him to take the face damage there. My deck isn't very likely to be playing Grommash, but the super greedy armor-focused deck that I've shown him, well, I guess he can't really tell that it's armor-focused, but a deck as greedy as mine could very easily be playing Gorehowl, and if I had Gorehowl, he would just be dead right now. I have 11 cards in the deck. I really do need to start drawing into some removal or something. I guess I need to cycle my slam here. Alright, Shield Slam's a pretty nice card. Go ahead and remove the 5/6. He's seen both of my Fiery War Axes, so I guess it's actually not completely unlikely that he would use his face to clear my dude. It's a pretty good card to get from one of your Burgle effects.
This guy's tough.
Okay, the SI7 Edge, it makes sense. I think if I can pick up a Brawl, I can win this game. I mean, I guess this is the Ironforge portal turn.
This document looks legally binding.
Kill off this 6/5. That's a pretty bad 4-drop, I would say. Just too slow. I want something with immediate stats.
Thank you.
I wanted Brawl, but Veclor is pretty damn good too. Wonder if I play the Armorsmith with it instead of armoring up. I think the Armorsmith is extremely likely to heal me for at least 4 here. I think it is better than the hero power, because it also gets the minion on board. And I'm out of Whirlwind type effects, so it's not like I can do anything ridiculous with the Armorsmith in the future. I guess I could have held it for the classic Armorsmith Brawl. I have Twilight Summoner Brawl though, that's actually pretty good. Prep. Why would you prep Fan there? He must be playing something that costs a lot of mana. Or maybe that's just one of his few prep targets left in the deck. Really, he's gonna leave out the Armorsmith against all those 1/1s? I guess he just feels he's all in at this point. Those 1/1s are pretty bad against Brawl. I did get Brawl. Do I even care enough to play Brawl here, though? If I just send Armorsmith into one of the pawns, he only has 10 damage. I can heal for 4 with my hero power, so he still needs 18 to kill me. I guess I don't really even see any reason to play the Brawl here.
This document looks
If I did play the Brawl, I think I would want to do... Twilight Summoner Brawl, which costs 9 mana, and I'd have to pass up on a tank up. And I don't want to pass up on a tank up, I want a tank up. What the hell is this? Also, wrong order. Give me 1 extra armor for no reason. Okay. Fair enough, I suppose. Oh, that's a big Edwin. That's why I held the Brawl. Deal with the big minion. I have Execute, but no way to proc it, so... Just hope I don't lose the 20% chance here. Pretty classic Hearthstone right there.
I'm almost out of cards.
But that's okay. Cthulhu is still good next turn.
What work?
Disciple of Cthulhu is still good next turn. Maybe Brawl is still good next turn. I'm at 24. He has 14. I guess I do Brawl here. Even if the Edwin lives, I still take 4 damage off the board. Wow, the Edwin didn't live. That's surprising. Let's play Yogg. Oh god. Enrage the Yogg. Okay, he's dead. Nice. I think even without that sprint, he was dead. I had execute for one of those. Could draw into an execute for the other, or just drop Cthulhu.
You asked for it.
Victory or death!
I think I'm assuming Tempo Mage means I want early stuff. Is Armorsmith even good against Tempo Mage? I feel like it just doesn't do anything. Armorsmith just doesn't seem like nearly as good of a card as it used to be. But hey, gives armor, right? I think I just really want Fiery War Axe though. Fiery War Axe just destroys Tempo Mage. Nice, picked it up. I think I'm actually just going to Hero Power here. I could equip the Fiery War Axe, but I don't have an obvious 3-mana play that I want to do. I feel like a lot of the times I would just armor up next turn, even if I War Axe into something. It looks like this might actually be a Freeze Mage. If this is Freeze Mage, I'm probably like a 98% favorite to win. I'll just click that armor button.
Wanted, dead or
Okay,
alive.
not Freeze Mage. Like Tempo Mage off to a slow start. Cthulhu's Chosen is really good against a 3-4 though. I got a Shadow Step. Maybe I can Shadow Step Cthulhu. That'd be sick, wouldn't it? No, I can Shadow Step Ancient Shield Bearer. That would be sick. And extra armor. Wow, he's not even... He has to have a spell here to pop the Divine Shield. Oh, okay, he just doesn't care. I can actually clear with Ravaging Ghoul, Shadow Step Ravaging Ghoul. Clear his board, leave me with a 3-3 on board. Ravaging Ghoul's not especially good against Tempo Mage. I guess it is an execute activator, but he doesn't really have things that desperately need executed, I guess. I don't really want to Brawl here because if either of his 2 larger minions lives, it's pretty bad for me. I think the Ravaging Ghoul, Shadow Step Ravaging Ghoul play is actually pretty sick. And it also makes him feel bad for giving me a Shadow Step. And let's be honest, making the opponent feel bad is like half the goal of playing Hearthstone, right? I can kill the 5/5 with Slam, Fiery War Axe. Then I guess I would just throw down the Armorsmith along with that. I have to give up the Hero Power to play the Armorsmith, but it's going to gain me 1 armor anyway. So I lose 1 armor to develop an Armorsmith, I guess. Not bad. And then if he tries to like Frostbolt this guy next turn or something like that, I get the armor back anyway. Go ahead and start with the Slam on this guy. Kill this guy off, drop Armorsmith. Clear his board, gain an armor. Not bad. I guess this is my Ironforge portal turn. What else am I doing with my mana? I guess I could cycle the shield block, but I don't really have anything else to do with the other 4 mana. I think this is where Ironforge portal shines.
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
Alright. Dash for 4 next turn. Still have plenty of life, as I always should with this deck. I don't mind using the Fiery War Axe instead of the 3-2. Bit of a bummer, but I do get 3 armor out of it. Go ahead and cycle the shield block here. Ironforge portal. I hate giving up my hero power, but it's just so... Oh! A dream! I guess I don't hate giving up the hero power, because I get a freaking 7/7. 5 mana 7/7, gain 4 armor. People used to play Shield Maiden. That card is 2/2 less, and only gives 1 more armor. So the end result of that is, we each spent a card, he spent 6 mana, I spent 5 mana, and I gained 4 armor. Cthulhu's up to 8. I can set him to 12 this turn, and then if he doesn't kill Bran, I just kill him with Cthulhu next turn. Pretty dope, right? Not like I have anything else to do with my mana. It's actually not that convenient for him to kill Bran here. Frostbolt hero power is like the most efficient, but that takes up 4 of his mana. I guess like Flamewaker. Pretty bad missiles for him. Pretty good missiles for him. I can either play my Cthulhu here, pretty much guaranteed to kill the Twilight Elder, or I can bash Ravaging Ghoul. If I play the Ravaging Ghoul and the bash here, I have no execute enabler. It's a bit scary to know that he's playing Cthulhu. A normal tempo mage I could just armor up and outlast, but Cthulhu mage does put a bit of a timer on me. I think I just dropped Cthulhu here. I just saw a polymorph. Can't be that easy for him to deal with. Naturalize. He got naturalized from his Spellslinger. What the hell, man? I can just drop the Veclore here, but I don't feel too good letting the Divine Shield deal 4 damage to one of my taunts. I can also clear that guy, Acolyte, Ravaging Ghoul, Bash. I develop 2 minions, draw a card, kill his dude, gain 3 armor. I wonder if this is a matchup that I have to be worried about going to Fatigue in. Even if I'm like 4 cards ahead in Fatigue, I might be able to just stabilize with my armor. I don't think I really care that I'm going to be 2 cards deeper than him if I play Acolyte here. Gives up my Execute activator. Still have 2 Disciples of Cthulhu left, and I'm going to have an Acolyte on board. If he just plays Cthulhu here, it might actually be kinda awkward for me. I'll probably draw 2 off the Acolyte, which I don't think I want. I think I'm okay drawing 1 off the Acolyte, but I don't really want to draw 2. Okay, well he just didn't play Cthulhu here. I think Veclore is just a stronger on-board play than the Shield Bearer, even though I'd really like to get the armor. But it might be good for me to combo the Shield Bearer with the Shield Slam when he plays his Cthulhu. I think currently his Cthulhu's only at 7. I guess I'm not really worried about it at all. Forbidden Flame. Wonder if this is also a Reno list. Reno Cthulhu Mage? Might make sense. The Twilight Elder is not a very good Cthulhu card, so if he's playing it, that might mean that he's playing Reno. Because you have to actually have stuff. 4 cards deeper. I think I might just never play this shield block. Seems like Fatigue is looking pretty realistic at this point. I don't really have any way to end the game now that my Cthulhu's gone. Although maybe this 6/6 just sticks and can help end the game. Alright, Cthulhu's up to 11. I think I'm just gonna Fiery War Axe this guy. Punch him for 6 and armor up. I don't really want to draw anymore. Like I said, I'm getting kind of worried about fatigue, even though I have a massive life lead. The fatigue starts adding up pretty quick. Although with him down to 12, I probably shouldn't be too worried about fatigue, but I also just don't really have that much reason to draw cards. And I wanted to hold the Disciple of Cthulhu because obviously his hero power was really good against it, and I'm out of execute activators, so I'd like to maintain one of those. I have 6 cards in deck. If I play Shield Block, I can play Justicar or Shield Bearer, both of which are pretty good, but the other 4 cards in my deck are pretty bad. I think I'm just going to Armor Pass. Unless I can get one of my 6 power minions to stick on the board, this is definitely going to Fatigue. Hero Power Pass. I respect that. As an armor-based warrior, Hero Power Pass is one of my favorite moves.
Let's make magic.
Interesting use of Frostbolt there. Protects his guy from my Fiery War Axe. And it gets 1 buff on his Cthulhu since he played a spell with the Cult Sorcerer, but I don't know about that. So I'm killing that thing with either Bash or Disciple of Cthulhu, just a matter of which one I'd like to keep in hand. If I play out Disciple of Cthulhu here, kind of forces a hero power out of him. Doesn't really seem super relevant to me. The difference between the Disciple of Cthulhu and the Bash is just trying to force out a hero power. When's the best time to try to force out a hero power? I guess I just try to force out the hero power here. Seems like he's up to something suspicious with that Cult Sorcerer Frostbolt play last turn. Maybe his suspicious play requires 10 mana. Kind of a bummer for me that my Justicar is so deep. If I had drawn my Justicar earlier in the game, I'd have like twice as much armor. So he just blasted me with Cthulhu. I'm still at 46. Still didn't draw my Justicar. Bit of a bummer. I guess I should keep in mind that I can throw a Disciple of Cthulhu into a brawl if I need to. I'm just gonna Shield Slam this guy while I have the armor. Don't really see much reason to do anything other than that. I'm gonna hold on to the Armor Smith because I still have 2 brawls. Actually, maybe I should have just gone for Armor Smith Brawl right there. He's playing 2 Twilight Elders, so it's not a Reno list. Maybe I could have identified that sooner. Maybe that was like 2nd Frostbolt or something. I don't really want to play my Justicar into that. I guess I actually don't mind just playing my Justicar into it. Like, it seems kind of bad. Trade my 6-drop for his 3-drop. But any other way that I clear his 3-drop involves spending one of my damage sources from hand and the Fiery War Axe. Or I guess just 2 damage sources from my hand. And then if I spend like Disciple of Cthulhu and or Bash, I have fewer execute activators. And I don't have any more execute activators left in the deck. And even if he just like kills my dude with a spell, Twilight Elder just does 3 damage a turn. Does less than my hero power heals for at this point, so I just really don't care about it. He's down to 8 cards. I'd like to get something out of these brawls at some point this game. The thing is, I'm not familiar with his list, so I have no clue what I need to be saving my removal for. I don't know if that list plays Doomcaller. If that list does play Doomcaller, I definitely need to be super stingy with my removal. I guess just a brawl here is not that big a deal. I still have 2 executes and a shield slam. I can also just fiery war axe into the sorcerer's apprentice though. For now I'm just gonna weapon this guy down. Scroll, sorry. If he plays something significant here, I'll play Brawl on it. And he can't just... I don't think he can just leave the board as it is. Maybe he just wins fatigue at this rate. Currently my hero power heals me for as much as his hero power plus his minion do. And I'm just gonna gain 10 armor here. 14 armor, I guess. I'm at 60. I have 48 more health than him. I don't think I'm losing fatigue that hard. Debating just throwing down Armorsmith and playing Brawl here. The reason to do that is the Divine Shield on the 4-2 just trades with my 6-4 anyway. But the thing is, if the 4-2 Divine Shield lives, it's actually kind of hard for me to deal with it. I'd have to spend 2 of my removal options on it or try to catch it in another Brawl. Seems like another Brawl might not be that easy to come by. But this might be my best chance to get use out of my Brawl. And it's only a 1 in 4 chance that his scary dude lives. Looks like his scary dude did live though. But he still has to commit more to the board besides this. Because he just doesn't do enough damage to win fatigue right now, I don't think.
Are you my master?
This is actually not looking too good for me. That Divine Shield minion is just so hard for me to deal with. He has 2 cards left in deck. I can burst him for 5 from hand. How many turns of fatigue does he need to take for 7 damage? 1, 2, 3 is 6. He needs 4 turns of fatigue. So he needs 6 more draws. I just fatigued for 2. 6 more draws is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a lot of damage. I don't know if I can live that long. I think I'm going to hero power pass here, and if he plays nothing here, I might have to just brawl these 2 minions. Since he played another minion here, I'm definitely just going to play the brawl. As long as the 4-2 doesn't live, I'm pretty happy. If the 4-2 lives, this might still be a little bit sketchy. The 4-2 is just so hard for me to deal with. I guess I just hero power pass.
I'm out of cards.
I think he's out of stuff, so I'm just gonna shield slam that. I need to stop taking damage from it. I'm gonna hold on to the bash, either for burst on his face or to combo with execute.
Well played.
Oh god. I don't think this is likely to be too bad for me. That 7 healing could... okay, it healed me. Oh my god, that's terrible. I'm just gonna draw into all of those. Oh, thank god he doesn't have room on board. Okay, he made room on his board.
Runs out on me.
Is this actually my life right now? We were in fatigue, Yogg-Saron drew 0 cards and put 3 cards back in his deck. And it cast Beneath the Grounds, and my opponent played 2 1/1s instead of getting 2 4/4s. I don't think I can win at this point. I can only win if my opponent plays Yogg. Can't even give him the room to play Yogg. What an extremely disappointing way to lose a game.